If you like your comedies harrowing and mind-blowing, I've got one for you today. Movies About Movies number 13, VEDA number 14. The film is Adaptation and it's directed by Spike Jonze, screenplay by Charlie Kaufman and Donald Kaufman. Like the Coen brothers' Barton Fink, this is a movie about writing a movie or failing to write a movie. Adaptation is one of those films that the less you know about it going in, the more you're going to enjoy it. Kaufman and Jonze will take you on a journey that you can best experience without a map or a guidebook. You just don't want to know what's coming next. Okay, I'll tell you this much. I think I can tell you this much safely. Some background on the film. In 1994, a guy named John LaRoche was arrested in Florida for poaching rare orchids. True case. In early 1995, Susan Orlean, a writer for The New Yorker, published a story about LaRoche and his obsession with orchids. 3 years later, she expands the article to a book called The Orchid Thief. The book was optioned for the movies. Enter Charlie Kaufman. As a screenwriter, Charlie Kaufman goes meta. He doesn't simply tell us the story of John LaRoche or the story of Susan Orlean writing about John LaRoche. No, he tells us the story of Charlie Kaufman adapting the book. How often does a writer write himself into his own screenplay as the leading character? How often does he write two of himself into the screenplay? Adaptation is not just about Charlie Kaufman, but also about and by his identical twin, a screenwriter named Donald Kaufman, both played by Nicolas Cage. By the way, this is not the national treasure phone-it-in Nicolas Cage. This is the actual accomplished, riveting actor Nicolas Cage. He does a brilliant job in depicting two very similar but completely different brothers, with two diametrically opposed approaches to writing. Cage is so meticulous that you always know which brother you're looking at, which is a lot more than I can say for some real identical twins that I know. Meryl Streep plays the author of the article and book, Susan Orlean. Chris Cooper plays the orchid thief, John LaRoche. This is an actor's movie as much as it is a writer's movie. Cage, Streep, Cooper all doing stunning work. Tilda Swinton as Kaufman's producer, and Brian Cox as the legendary screenplay guru Robert McKee. But above all, it's a director's movie. Spike Jonze keeps the many layers of this story separate yet intertwined. He's ably supported in that by his cinematographer, Lance Acord, and his editor, Eric Zumbrunnen. This is an intellectual and emotional roller coaster. Adaptation is a movie about movies at the highest and deepest levels. As it unfolds, expect to find yourself pondering what makes a good movie, a good screenplay, a good screenwriter. Is there a formula? If so, what is that formula? Can you follow the formula without being trapped in it? Can you avoid the formula without getting lost? At the beginning of the summer, I saw the movie of John Green's The Fault in Our Stars. Now that's about as safe and close an adaptation as you can imagine for a book. It's basically a condensed audio book with pictures. Adaptation stands at the other end of the spectrum. It is its own work of art. Barton Fink, as much as I love it, never revealed much about the process of writing, only the pain. But Adaptation is rich with insights into how writers think about story and structure, and how often they masturbate. Author of the original article, Susan Orlean, says she was shocked to read the screenplay, but then she goes on to say, I love the movie now. What I admire the most is it's very true to the book's themes of life and obsession, and there are also insights into things which are more subtle in the book, about longing and disappointment. Life, obsession, longing, disappointment, and the craft of the screenplay. That's a lot to expect from a movie. Adaptation delivers. Until next time, I'm Mickeleh. DVD Extras. Charlie Kaufman started his career as a TV comedy writer, moved on to write films. Two of his most famous films were directed by top directors of TV commercials and music videos. Kaufman wrote Being John Malkovich for Spike Jonze and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for Michel Gondry. He won a screenplay Oscar for that one. Kaufman has since gone on to become a director himself, writing and directing Synecdoche, New York, which I will review in a future movie about movies. On Kaufman's website, you can download 2 different drafts of the screenplay for Adaptation. Worth studying if you're serious. Robert McKee's seminar on story, featured in the film, is still going strong. If you have the interest and the cash, you can attend it in LA, New York, or London. Link in the description. If you have the interest and a little less cash, you can subscribe to his website. Or for still less cash, you can buy his book. I was lucky enough to get the book as a gift from Mickeleh, for whom I used to write. I still haven't written a screenplay, and every day I don't write a screenplay, I feel like I'm letting Mickeleh down. Sorry, Michael. By the way, I'm wearing this shirt for Rory Hollywood, who's a great Beatles fan. You can check out his new YouTube channel over here. Here is the trailer for Adaptation, and here is my review of Barton Fink. Bye now.